Simona Quadralla pull out the hat-trick in the middle or long distance freestyle.
I am so made up for this young lady to get her first ever gold medal in the 4x2 and to make a final here, which I don't think she anticipated she was going to do, but she snuck in lane 8. Now, remember a few nights ago we were talking about Liechtenstein? She's becoming a regular visitor to the finals, is Julia Hassler.
And she has won the first ever swimming medal in the 400 meters at the short course Europeans last year for Liechtenstein. Oops, Anna Yegorova, which way should she go? Up to lane number 2.
I'd get rid of that sat nav if I were you. It's terrible. We're sending you to the chip shop on the corner rather than lane number 2. Sarah Kohler. How will she evaluate her week? Because it was kind of almost, but not quite for her.
She was fourth in the 800 meters, then managed to win a silver medal in the 1500. I would say 800 is her best distance, but you know what? She's still a gold medal contender in the 400 meters because it is such a stacked field with Aina Kiesche, Holly Hibbert, Köhler, Quadralla. All of them with a realistic chance of winning this 400 meters.
Yeah, I'm looking down that list, and really 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I said 4, you're right. I think we can go with 5 quite easily. Egorova in 2, Köhler in 3, Kiesche in 4, Hibbert in 5, Quadralla in 6. All of them could easily be the name that I call in about 4 minutes or so. Easily. Just to see how this one went again. If Holly Hibbert swims it like she did this morning and expected to swim it tonight, she won't be necessarily up at the top in the first 100, maybe 150. But after that, you saw how she powered home this morning. She has speed. She's basically an 800 swimmer coming down to 4. Big noise again in tall cross.
That is the final individual event of the European Championships.
Which way is it going to go? Dures of Portugal, Egorova, Russia, Köhler of Germany, Kiesche of Hungary, Hibbert, Great Britain, Quadralla of Italy going for those 3 titles, Hassler of Liechtenstein in 7, and Ellie Faulkner in lane number 8, and the early break coming from Egorova in lane number 2.
Let's not forget, she won that bronze medal in the 800 meters, and she trains in France with Philippe Lucas.
She will actually turn behind Kiesche in, well, hardly room at all between those two. In fact, she's second. Third is Ellie Faulkner. But early stages yet. They're not even at the 100 stage. And the only one we maybe semi-dropped is Dores in lane 1. Everybody else pretty much in a line.
Okay, so the question is, how fast can Aina Kiesche and Holly Hibbert be in the first 200 meters? Because we can expect Quadralla and Köhler to have the endurance for the final 200. So they have to pull really hard in the first half of the distance.
Well, top 4, absolutely nothing between. In fact, they are virtually connected by a piece of string right now. Lanes 2, Egorova, 3, Köhler, Kiesche in 4 for Hungary, and Holly Hibbert in 5. They are going down the pool at about the same rate, almost all together. The gap between 1 and 4 is going to be very, very small indeed. The gap between 1 and 3, as you can see, 0.6 of a second. Kiesche from Holly Hibbert, who's a bit further up than I thought she might be at this stage. That might be a good sign for all the British fans.
She should be, because Simona Quadralla will have strong final 100 meters. That one is for sure.
And she's starting to come alongside them now. Coming alongside Hibbert. So the Hungarian from the Briton, then it is the Italian, and they will go over pretty much together. Look at the gap there, it's about half a second. Kiesche from Hibbert from Quadralla.
And the other two, Köhler and Yegorova, dropping a little bit behind. But these 3 very, very close together after the halfway mark. And right now it is Quadralla who is the fastest in the pool.
Next turn means 150, and also keeping an eye at Egorova, just getting another burst, a little speed coming in lane number 2, so she's not done yet. Holly Hibbert dropping back to 3rd place behind Quadrella, and then it's Egorova. She's not out of the mix yet, and when they turn next time, it will be 100 meters to go. Holly Hibbert really seems to be fighting herself at the moment. Quadrella, however, is looking very, very streamlined. There's her coach. We've seen him a lot this week, and he's urging her forward. Holly Hibbert is falling behind. She's about a body length behind. Maybe her race is run, or maybe she's got something left and is just holding fire for the last 100.
So completely together, Aina Keisei and Simona Quadrella. And Quadrella had the better turn, and right now she is up in front. Can Aina Keisei, the European junior champion, still a junior, make her way back? Or is it going to be a hat-trick for Quadrella?
Looks to me like 3rd is going to be between Hibbert and Egorova at this stage. The winner, however, not quite so clear-cut. Keisei in 4, Quadrella in 6, Hibbert and Egorova all in the mix, certainly for the bronze. But that's where they're going to be, I think. Hibbert from Egorova. Our leader, though, now is Quadrella.
Only 2 100ths of a second separating them, and Hibbert is close behind. So who has the back-end speed of the final 20 meters? Quadrella against Keisei. Right now it seems that the Italian is up in front, but only few centimeters separating those two.
Well, the Italian is going to get it, or is she? It's very tight. She looks like the winner. She is the winner. 4:03.35. Quadrella does the 15.8 and 4 triple. Keisei in 2nd place for Hungary, and Holly Hibbert holding on for 3rd place. Managed to just about keep Egorova at bay. More celebration for the Italian, another fist pump for the coach, and another smile from Quadrella, who's getting quite used to this. She's loving Glasgow. A European junior record for the Hungarian in a 4:03.57, and Holly Hibbert will have another medal for Great Britain in 3rd place.
A European junior record by more than 2 full seconds, so amazing swim by Aina Keisei. Let's learn her name, because we will hear that several times in the coming European and World Championships.
I have told my colleagues, they'll take it on board, don't worry. Eventually they'll get it right, like you've taught me over the last few days. I've been taught a lot of things, and that is one thing that I'll take away from Glasgow. I know how to pronounce that name now. Ellie Faulkner with a 4:15, as quick as she would have liked to have done, but to make a final was a great achievement, and obviously she has that gold from the 4x2. Right, individual events done. We can now concentrate on the last 2 medley relays, which are always thrilling. We talk about the 4x2 we did earlier in the week, say how great they are. Well, on a last day crowd, I'm looking around and say, apart from the corners, it looks like pretty much every seat is taken here. So this will be noise personified. Hopefully this roof is screwed on properly, or it might be flying down Parkhead.
Well, he is ecstatic.
I think the spaghetti combination's on him tonight. Right, here we go. Last 2 events, both medley relays. The men's last event of the competition for them. There's the details of the 400 freestyle. Italy, Hungary, Great Britain. Let's go look at that.
It is unprecedented in the history of the Europeans.
And it's great, and I'm not downplaying it at all. It's terrific, and but I think maybe next time round, not the case.
Let's wait and see.
Yes, wait and see.
The next Europeans will be, you know where? Budapest.
Yes, Budapest, yeah. You seem to host an event about every 2 years, it seems to me. The home of swimming is now Budapest. Which pool? The old pool or the new pool?
The new pool.
New pool, okay. Like the old pool. So transportation in and out of the place was not great. I was there when they had that complete downpour and we got stranded, or nearly got stranded on the island, but other side.
Yeah, but that is the old pool.
Yeah, it's lovely. Really, really lovely, apart from when the weather got bad and they had to, first time I've ever known it, they had to stop a session and carry it over to the next day. It rained so much. 400 freestyle. We have the medley relay presentation still to come, of course, but the last individual event. And there is Holly Hibbert, who finished brilliantly. And I wish she'd done the 800 here, because she could do some great times and has done some great times the 800. reason for it, I don't know. May have chatted with her coach Sean Kelly about, no, in fact I think she did say she wanted to concentrate on the 2 and the 4, which from a relay point of view turned out to be a real benefit. And from her point of view with the 400, there is a medal. So obviously wouldn't be guaranteed an 800, but I quite fancy the chances of getting in the mix for the 800. And there's another star for Great Britain who's pretty much unheralded around Europe until now.
And she set a new personal best by 0.3 of a second. And this young lady, a new personal best in the European junior record by 2 full seconds in the final of the 400 meters.
What it does mean, of course, is the women's 400 is in rude health in Europe. It really does. They're good times.
However, the European junior record is about 5 seconds off the world junior record held by a certain Katie Ledecky.
Who got beaten today in the 200. She got beaten. Well, 200 is her weakest event, so she's going to get beaten in anything would be the 200, but she did get beaten today by Taylor Ruff. But here is our champion. Not just once, not twice, but 3 times. Working backwards, the 15, the 8, and just proving that she's got great endurance and great speed as well. That's what you need to do all 3, and she's done them to perfection. Simona Quadrarella. That means that if we haven't worn out our CD, we're going to hear that theme again. It's the Italian national anthem. A lot of people in the media tribune have gone now, so we're probably not going to get the French leading the way, but I'm sure the crowd that remains will be clapping along. Italian national anthem for Simona Quadrarella. Oh, we love it. Crowd loves it. It's one of those anthems that brings everybody together. And everybody getting very enthusiastic. Those remain. And still, I would say about 80% maybe of the crowd who came because they're sticking around, obviously, for the next presentation. I think they want to see Anne and Peter, they want to see James Guy. And Nick Pyle as well will get his first European senior medal in the relay. Actually, you'll get one for the mixed relay as well, of course, the other night, so it will be a second one. But
yeah, but it's a completely different thing to get given the medal, like, you know, next to the training pool, here you are, or standing on top of the podium, listening to the anthem of Great Britain. So yeah, it should be a great night for Nick Pyle.
Well, it is. He's a very talented youngster from the Northeast, from the Newcastle club. And maybe they found the man. This mystery man who's going to lead Great Britain's medley relay. So they have the other 3 component parts. We saw it today. They all work fantastically well. The problem is, it's a bit like an engine on a motor. It's just not quite ticking over properly. It doesn't work to its fullest extent. You need that person to lead it off. And Nick was 4th at the handover. So he was there in the mix. That's where he needed to be to give Great Britain the chance. Of course, Adam Peaty went like an absolute bullet from a gun over that first. I don't think I've ever seen him, even in a 50 individual, I don't think I've ever seen him move quite as quickly as he did there. And then James Guy just opened up that advantage still further. And Duncan Scott actually had a much easier job than perhaps he thought he was going to do. I think Duncan Scott, looking at this one, probably thought, oh, it's going to be quite tight.
Yeah, up against Morozov, but in the end it turned out to be only his race. So it was a 26.63, the first 50 meters of Adam Peaty.
Ridiculous. It really was. I mean, honestly.
You know what? They would have won him